Hey there, kids, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Uncle Frank, and you are having a great day, or at least a better day than I am. It is Sunday, time for a channel update video. This has been an exceptionally busy week for me, and today in particular has been one hell of a day. It's also really hot out. I deeply regret going outside and doing the yard this morning. It's like 86 degrees outside or something. It's nuts. And I have an air conditioner, 2 ceiling fans, and a box fan on in the garage here. And it's still really freaking hot. I'm surprised my stuff hasn't melted out here. So let's talk about what's been going on in the world of Frank's Hobbies. Lots of progress. Lots of orders, too. I noticed that as the majority of the market for Magic the Gathering in particular, as Final Fantasy soaks up more and more of the capital from people who are just entering the game for the first time, because it is absorbing a lot of money from the other sets that are fresh in the market. You know, a lot of the recent standard sets in particular, you're seeing their sales dip and wane as Final Fantasy boxes, not just collector boxes, but play boosters as well, as those hit. And I made my Final Fantasy video the other day talking about its price, where I think it's going, and I hinted in that video, and I want to talk about it for a bit here. I noticed that while new new sets are kind of waning a bit in the wake of Final Fantasy, older product and reserved list cards are not. In fact, there appears to be a bit of a small resurgence in terms of reserved list cards. And it's interesting because for the last 2 or 3 years now, the reserved list has been kind of dead in terms of overall. If you hear that noise in the background, I have a Metal Gear Solid 5 just kind of sitting there. Where was I? Reserved list. Yeah, the reserved list is doing pretty good. Not necessarily booming, not necessarily blowing up, but there's definitely been a market increase in sales over the last few weeks. And I noticed because of the Sliver Queen. The Sliver Queen, for you guys, if you don't know, it's one of my favorite Magic cards of all time. It's my favorite creature in Magic the Gathering. And I do like to keep a close eye on it, just in case it ever dips below a specific price point. Because if it does get that low, then I plan on buying more of them. But I've been keeping an eye on it lately, and lately it appears that there's been another big uptick in sales. And its price isn't going up too high, but its sales numbers are definitely increasing, which raises some questions from me. Like, you know, there hasn't been a new set of slivers in a while, so I'm curious what could be causing it. But I noticed that as I was looking at it, that it wasn't the only thing. Instead of it being a Sliver Queen based market move, it appears to be a reserved list in general market move, because I'm noticing dual lands, Gaia's Cradle, and some other good kind of not necessarily universal staples, but like really good reserved list cards have just been not necessarily going up in price, but definitely have an increased number of sales over the last week or so, which is very interesting in and of itself, because again, like I said before, reserved list cards don't tend to they haven't really moved all that much in the last few years. They've been kind of stagnant, and their prices have been not necessarily on a downward trend, but like they've been sloping downward, if that makes, I guess you would call it a downward trend, huh? I'm really bad at this. I'm really bad at what I do. But while that is true, that there is an increase in sales for reserved list cards, it's not universal. There's sections of reserved list cards that only like 1 or 2 of them are seeing sales. The big one I want to point out is there was one card from Ice Age, one reserved list. It was an artifact. I forget the name now, but it was a 0-drop artifact from, I think, Ice Age or Alliance, and it was getting some good sales over the last week or so too, and I thought that was interesting. I guess it might have something to do with, does the new Tezzeret care about, does the new Tezzeret card that's coming out in Edge of Eternities care about artifacts? That might be why. Anywho, there have been just some interesting reserve list movements, and I thought it was interesting to mention. In terms of the storefront, I've been incredibly busy because another 2,000 cards got dumped on me while I was trying to sort out some other cards. So my backlog continues to increase in terms of sorting things. I've also had a lot of busy stuff going on around the house. I've had a lot of extra work to do, both for myself and for the house itself. So I've just been really busy, which unfortunately pushed back a video I was working on for the Lore Seeker channel. I'm still hoping to do that in the near future and get it finished. It's already recorded. I already know how long it's going to be. I just have to get the video itself edited out. And for those of you guys who have been on the Lore Seeker channel for a long time, you know that can take a while. Now, the other thing that I want to talk about is in regards to 2 upcoming TCGs. I did place an order. I am trying to get Riftbound and some Gundam boxes. Riftbound is the League of Legends trading card game. I think I might have mentioned this already. I'm trying to get a hold of boxes for it at Gundam. Gundam, I think, will do well because Gundam is a pretty... It's a good franchise, you know? It's a good franchise. I know Bandai Namco card games is a bit of a meme, but they do well for a while, so I'm going to try to grab some boxes of that just to have on hand. And I've definitely noticed, if you're on my server for the channel, if you're on the Discord server, you'll notice that there is a dedicated group of just Gundam fans there, and that kind of took me by surprise. I was kind of impressed by how many people showed up just to talk about Gundam after that one model assembling video I did a while back. So that was neat. So just to let those Gundam fans out there know, yes, there will probably be more Gundam videos in the future because that card game is going to come out sooner or later. I don't know anything about League of Legends, so I'm going into Riftbound completely blind, but I'm told that League of Legends is still fairly popular, and I'm curious to see kind of what the mechanics of the game are going to look like. I haven't looked at anything yet. I was planning on doing that closer to release, but yeah, there's that as well. As for some of the other card games we have here in the garage, we're ready to talk about in the near future. Yeah, there's some good stuff coming. I don't know if there's going to be anything coming in the next few days. I might not actually record videos for the next few days because there's a heat wave blowing through my state. And it's a scorcher. Like I said earlier, it was really hot out today. It's really hot in here, even with all these fans on. I'm sweating like a monster here. But yeah, if you guys don't hear from me over the next few days, it's because I don't want to record a long-form video in this heat and risk just melting or dying of a heat stroke or something. So that's all I've got for you kids today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next one. Ciao.